Gangster Granny, we warned you about being careful. Ladies and gentlemen, Gangster Granny caused a car crash. Thank goodness someone's put an 999 call in. And first arrived at the scene is the police. We've now got a bit of pursuit on after Gangster Granny. Who do you think's going to win, the police or Gangster Granny? Oh no, she's off again! We'll press to the Granny, take off and make them run after her. Oh, I think she's going! We've now got a foot pursuit, ladies and gentlemen. I think they're going to have to call for reinforcements. Thank goodness it's not a boiling hot day. We're making those two police officers run around the arena. We're all back here. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, we've got to cheer for the police, so you cheering for Gangster Granny. Ladies and gentlemen, I think they have caught her. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have got a road traffic collision here in the middle of the arena. So, ladies and gentlemen, one of these vehicles on the far side of the arena from myself has got somebody who's got out of the vehicle there. They've just realised that due to Gangster Granny's antics, they've accidentally knocked somebody off their bike. As you can see, Gangster Granny is leaving the scene of an accident. So as you can see, we've got another person here who's trying to make up from the scene of the incident, who has been detained by the police. Mr. Firefighting Service Barry Warning, first vehicle into the arena is the heavy whiskey tender. It looks like it is fire engine. As you can see, it's got a big crane on the back of it. A big hard there, that's just a little vehicles and storing vehicles up. Should be involved with a car crash. This is a vehicle coming around now with the red and blue stripes on the cab. That carries heavy rescue equipment, so especially designed for working with large vehicles to raise. It's got the airbags, it's got the hydraulic cutting equipment. A little bit bigger than a standard fire engine, just to make sure that no matter what it is we're facing, the fire brigade can always deal with it. The other vehicle coming around is a standard horse tender ladder. That's the second pump out of Chichester there. That's 4 to Papa 2. So that vehicle is a normal fire engine, one that you see out and about most of the time. All the fire engines in West Essex that you see all have the same equipment on. When we're talking about the normal fire engine, the normal fire engines. So the new ones are temperature, they don't have a tank or water, so we can build the fire and move it into the car. So they all carry rescue equipment. So they carry hydraulic rescue equipment, and they also carry electric and battery rescue equipment. These are things that we use to cut cars. The vehicle's entered now, the automatic from South East Coast Ambulance Service. And there will be a commander who is overseeing and will liaise with the fire commander and whoever the officer in charge of this incident is from the police. They would all meet up together and work out what's happened and formulate a cunning plan to get everybody safe. So the police might be looking at keeping the roadway closed and making the scene safe initially. Then they would lead on the investigation element of a road traffic collision. The two big yellow vans coming in, both ambulances obviously. One of those is a normal dual crew ambulance, so that would have two clinically trained people on board and is able to transport patients as well. The other vehicle that entered is part of the HART team, that's the Hazardous Area Response Team. But they're also able to perform swift water rescue as well, alongside fire and rescue. So between the two agencies, we've covered off all the rescue elements as well as getting those specialist clinical skills into those environments that maybe paramedics couldn't go into before. As you can see, the ambulance commander is walking into the middle of the arena there with their right hand alongside colleagues at the fire service to wear breathing apparatus in atmospheres that you can't breathe in. They're also trained in signifies that they are the incident commander from the ambulance service. The commander from the fire service should be wearing a high-vis jacket with a yellow bottom and a white top to it, and on there will say Fire Incident Commander. And also the police will also have a surcoat, a jacket, a high-vis jacket. They'll be getting out all the equipment and setting up an equipment dump. So they'll be putting a big plastic sheet down and then gathering all the kit off the truck that they might need. That means it's there, it's visible for them, and it's close to the scene of the incident. They're able to then get hold of the equipment nice and quickly, should we need to. As I mentioned about the police, are there here primarily for scene safety. Their job is to, so they'll be supporting the ambulance service, making sure that they have the relevant protective clothing on to make sure they're as safe as they can be, because vehicles that have been involved in accidents are very, very dangerous. To protect you from an accident, if it hasn't deployed, sometimes they can deploy after the incident's happened. So again, they'll be putting a thing called a bag buster over the steering wheel. So that's a big clamp that goes over the steering with spikes in the back of it, and if the airbag deploys to the steering wheel, the big clamp stops it going off into the face of anybody there or knocking anybody that's in the way, and it rips the bag apart with the spikes on the back of the bag buster. So the airbag can't deploy. It'll still boat pop, but it won't actually blow up like a balloon. Which ones need to come out of the car the quickest? And their commander, working alongside the incident commander for the fire service, they will formulate a plan with a priority list of who needs to come out first. Can't know how the best way is going to be to move forward for that patient. So as you can see on the vehicle where the two fire appliances are, and remove the roof and get the casualty out onto a longboard. If we plan to do that as the most active sort of job that we have to do, most amount of work involved with that, then anything else is nice and easy in between. But again, throughout the whole process here, we are checking in with our colleagues in the ambulance service, who are constantly assessing that casualty to make sure that they're okay and stable enough for us to carry out the best rescue for their condition. But of course, the entire time, the fire commander, along with the ambulance commander, have a plan B. And plan B would be if something changed with the patient, maybe they became a little bit more poorly, they needed to come out of the car a little bit quicker, that plan B would always be in the back of their mind, and everybody on the incident ground would understand what that plan B is. I'm sure later on, if you haven't seen them, make your way round to where the appliances are parked up after the demonstration, and they will be more than happy to show you these. They're extremely powerful bits that these tools can't cut through.
some cooking that they left unattended.
Granny says, now listen here. Safety first every day.
I have a funny feeling Gangster Granny's going to be up to some more of her antics.
Causing drama. Somebody call my mama.
So Gangster Granny's going to pop home. Been a long day, been arrested twice. Managed to escape twice. And now going to go home and do some housework, have a bit of a tidy up. As it's a Sunday afternoon, an extension lead all the way out. So to a domestic dwelling fire, which is what this would be classed as, we send 2 pumping appliances, 2 fire engines, straight away. If there was any doubt whether someone was in it, and this was made what we call a person's reported call, we would send straight away 3 fire engines to this. As you can see, the 2 firefighters with the hose reels offered the first appliance. They're wearing self-contained breathing apparatus. That's got its own air tank on their back. And that's providing them with fresh air into their mask over their faces. So that means that they don't breathe in any of those smoky fumes that are coming off that fire. Protects their... It's come to save the people putting their own house out, ladies and gentlemen.